The first to bring you the hottest DJ gear on the planet. We are agiprodj.com.
What's up, everybody? It's Ty from AGI Pro DJ, your online DJ gear superstore. What we're taking a look at today is the Denon MC6000MK2. Now make sure that you watch the video all the way through to the end, because AGI Pro DJ YouTube subscribers get a special coupon code. So you got to check out the video, check out the product, watch it all the way through to the end, and it's your way to save. So again, coupon code at the end of the video. Let's check it out. So you're not just limited to software. You have RCA inputs on the back that you can switch from phono to line. You can hook in external CD players. You can hook in other video sources. There's all kinds of different ways that you can use this controller besides just being a controller, because it is an actual audio mixer as well. It also includes 2 microphone inputs, and we'll get to those inputs specifically when we take a look at the back of the controller. So that's it in a nutshell. The MC6000MK2 is a great Serato DJ 4-deck controller, DJs with video, and it's a 4-channel audio mixer, so it's pretty much your nerve center for your DJ console. This is the MC6000MK2. So let's take a closer look at the MC6000MK2. We'll start with the master section. It's got a master output control, individual control for booth output. It's also an assignable booth, so you can assign any of the 4 channels as well as the master. As you can see here, the center section's pretty typical looking. It's 4 channels. It's a 4-deck, 4-channel audio mixer. It's got matrix inputs, and Denon's notorious for this. This lets you switch between the software decks and the audio decks that you have connected to the back of the 6000MK2. You've got individual gain controls for all 4 channels. 3-band full kill EQ on each channel. Full kill means that if I turn those all the way down like that, there's no audio passing. So I could cut out all the mid-range. I could cut out all the lower frequencies just by doing, twisting that knob all the way down. So that's a full kill EQ on each of the channels. You've got Q activation for each of the 4 channels, standard up fader, standard DJ crossfader. You'll notice that it doesn't have individual VU meters for the channels, but you do have this ability to switch back and forth between the different modes that it can be shown there using the set of VUs that it does have. It's got this really cool crossfader link control that's unique to the MC6000MK2. Audio on this side, video on that side. So what this means is when this is just illuminated, when you move the crossfader back and forth, you're going to get audio. When this mode is enabled, when you move the crossfader, it's going to crossfade the video, but not the audio, and now they're linked together, so audio and video would crossfade if you're using the Serato video plugin or another DJ software that supports video DJ mixing. This is all your transport controls, the panel, view, area, and list. These are all browser transport controls in the Serato DJ software. You've got an infinite rotary here for scrolling through your playlists, load to either side, and then back and forward navigation. Now these 2 unlabeled potentiometers are filters in the default mode, so you can turn them on, and this determines the frequency of where your filter is going to be set. Now let's go ahead and take a look at one of the decks. Just by looking at the entire layout of the controller, it's much less cluttered than its predecessor, and they've put things back where they belong. The pitch control is down here in the lower section of the deck section where you would expect it to be. It used to be up here. It was really odd. They've spread out the hot cues, so those are a little more laid out, not quite as closely cramped together. Really the big changes in this area are that they've spread things out and put them where you would expect them to be. Everything's not so tightly cramped together. You've got in and out for setting loops. You can turn it on auto loop. It does have loop roll control. You can shorten and lengthen your loops that you have. You can switch it between hot cue mode and sample mode. When sample's enabled, this now fires off your sample decks that you have set up. It's got sensor, so when this is pushed, the audio actually flips backwards, so you can, if you're at an event and you accidentally dropped a track that's got an F-bomb in it, you can censor that out and you're not going to make grandma mad. Slip mode, which is something that Pioneer came out with on the CDJ line previously, but if you enable slip mode by holding down shift, that's what enables these modes here with the highlighted backgrounds. So if you're scratching and cutting, when you let go of it, the track's going to pick up where it would have been had it played all the way through. Make sure you watch for some more further videos that we do on the MC6000, because we're going to show this with audio passing and some other things, so you can see some of these things that I'm describing. You can hear what they sound like also. Vinyl mode is just that. When this is enabled, and if I do that, that means you get the wiki sound. If it's turned off, this actually does some pitch bending. But when it is in vinyl mode, this outside edge of the jog wheel, when I'm not touching the metal surface, does your pitch bending and your fine tuning adjustments. Denon is also known for having pitch bend buttons. They haven't failed to put those on the controller. Standard cue and play pause controls. And then sync. Serato DJ supports sync. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but no need to hate on it. We've all been over it. We've been there, done that, and we're tired of hearing about it. Key lock control, so you can enable the key lock. Serato DJ just came out with pitch and time, which is a very enhanced version of key lock. Sounds so much better than the key lock that was previously built into Scratch Live and Serato DJ. So make sure you check out the link in the video that'll give you the link on the page of Serato that will show you the differences of how that new enhanced pitch and time plugin. It is a paid plugin, but it certainly sounds fantastic. And then the microphone section, as I mentioned, it does have 2 mic inputs. You have individual level controls for the mic. You have individual control to turn the mic on and off. This microphone section is completely independent of the software, so it's not running through the software. There's no software delays or concerns. And then you can have ducking, which when you talk onto the mic and the microphone's enabled, it's going to drop the music down so your microphone and your voice comes through loud and clear. Then it also has an individual echo control, and this is a hardware control for the mic channels. And that's all completely independent of the software. So let's go ahead and we'll take a quick break, and we're going to lift up the front of the controller. We'll go over the front panel controls. Then we'll take another quick break. We'll flip it around, and we'll take a look at the back, and we'll wrap it up, and that'll be it. So here's the front panel of the MC6000MK2. Here's your headphone jack, 1/4 inch standard. Headphone gain, then you have a pan between Q and master, so you can split your mix if you want to enable the split Q. It's a great feature. I'm glad the MC6000MK2 has that. As I mentioned, it has 2 microphone channels. So here's your microphone EQ. They move this again off the top of the mixer. It's down here on the front and out of the way, less clutter for the performance section. You have a low, mid, and high EQ for each of the mic channels. And as I mentioned, there also has a hardware echo for the mics. You can just enable how much echo you want for the mic channel. So you can put a little bit of echo or some depth to your mic channel if you so prefer. So this is the crossfader control. As you can see, you can assign each of the 4 channels either through, which means that the crossfader doesn't affect audio passing, or you can assign it to the left or right side of the crossfader. And then you have crossfader curve control. You've got a nice mellow curve somewhere in the middle, and then a rather steep curve over there. So that's the front panel of the MC6000MK2. So here's the power supply that's included with the MC6000MK2. It doesn't have a plug-in in the back. They put the transformer external, so that it's a nice small connection into the back of the controller. So that plugs in right there. It's got a nice cable anchor in case you want to anchor that cord to make sure it doesn't get yanked out. Recessed power button, so it can't get turned on and off. If you notice, it's got the orange USB, and that's a locking USB connection, which is a fantastic way to go, Denon, for doing that. If you've ever owned a device for DJing or otherwise that has that USB locking port on it, when you plug a cable in there, it's not going to get yanked out, so it's not going to interrupt your software. And then you also have some USB audio control where you can actually modify the signal path for the USB audio out. Here's your booth outputs. It's 1/4 inch balance, so you do have right and left output. As I mentioned, that you have separate booth out control, but it is balanced out. XLR master outs, way to go, Denon, nice job. And you can control whether it's a stereo out or a mono out. It also has a separate pair of RCA unbalanced outputs in addition, so this is a clone of the master out. Signal ground post in case you're using turntables, and you'll see right here that there are the ability to set for phono inputs on lines 3 and 4, so you can split between you can do all 4 lines, so line, a mixture of lines and turntables, so you can see the flexibility that you have there. And then all that routing is able to be controlled using that matrix input that's availably switched on the top. And then lastly, you have 2 dedicated hardware microphone inputs, no software control, no software passing here. It's got a combo input there, so 1/4 inch and XLR combo on mic 1, and then 1/4 inch for mic 2. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching our video on the Denon MC6000MK2. As promised, your coupon code, here it is for being a loyal AGI Pro DJ YouTube subscriber and watcher. Your coupon code is MC600010 off. So it's MC600010OFF, and that just went right across the screen. So that's going to save you 10% off of the MC6000MK2 controller just for watching our video. How can it get any cooler than that? It's like 70 bucks off, right? Thanks so much for watching our YouTube videos. Thanks for liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter. You can check us out on all the social media outlets for up-to-date information on new products, for for sales and specials and all kinds of other cool stuff. Great interviews from trade shows. So make sure you subscribe and check out all the new goodness coming from AGI Pro DJ. Thanks so much for watching. I'm DJ Ty, AGI Pro DJ. You can reach us toll-free 866-776-6499. Email us directly, sales@agiprodj.com, or you can hit us up on the instant messenger on our website, chat tool down in the lower right-hand corner. Thanks so much for watching.